Hey guys, so you clicked on the Muse guitar riff. Congratulations, because I am a big Muse fan. I love their music, and particularly enjoyed doing the guitar lesson on the Olympic song, which is a pretty awesome tune if you haven't heard it already. Now this one is a classic riff. It's going to really work your alternate picking technique and really work your lead guitar technique, all your fingers at once, and it's loosely based around a B harmonic minor scale. So if you can play a B harmonic minor scale, ascending, you will be in good hands, because that will act as a good little skeleton framework to put the notes around. Now, I'm going to shut up and we're going to start playing this guitar riff, so let's get cracking. Okay, so we're going to start on the 8th fret on the D string with the 3rd finger. And we're going to do a musical sequence, which is like a pattern that repeats itself at a higher or lower note. Might not make much sense, but it doesn't really matter. Let's just get cracking. You're going to ascend the scale there. Then we start back on the 8th, and we go higher. Then you just go back to the next note, go higher. So the full pattern there. Then we're going to have this. So learn those two parts individually before moving on. So you should have that 2 pattern linked together. And you finished on that 6th fret there. Then you're going to start, but this time instead of starting on the 8th, you start on the 9th. And you repeat the musical sequence. And now this time, when you're doing this little hammer on, pull off section, you're doing it between those 2 notes, which is the 10th fret on the G string and the 7th fret on the B string. And that brings you in to the major part of the riff. Now let's play the whole riff together. I'm going to play it nice and slowly. See if you can play along. If you don't get it right first time, don't worry about it. Rewind back to the beginning of me playing it, see if it works. If not, go back to the description and then see if that helps. If not, comment section below and I'll give you a hand. Okay, so the full riff. That's the full riff, all notes together there. Learn that part first and then you're ready for the major part. Now, the great thing about this riff is that most of the rhythm doesn't change. It's always consistent, dum 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 dum, the whole way through. You finished on this 7th fret. Now we're going to descend down an arpeggio and ascend back. So that arpeggio there is a D major chord. And it's worth rolling the finger as you do it to try and keep control of the noise, otherwise you end up with too many strings ringing together. It doesn't matter if a couple do, but just keep it kind of controlled if you can by rolling that first finger. Then the 3rd finger comes down on the 8th fret, 9th fret, and then a small bend, and make sure you do get a half bend. I'm going to make sure it's on the target note. Pull off to the 5th here, the 7th, down, up, change string to the 5th, 7th, down, up. So we've got and then the riff repeats from the very beginning. So the first part of the riff, the scale part in the harmonic minor scale. Now there's a lot of notes there to remember, and that's what most people find difficult, is remembering all the notes that are going by. But the more that you can think about things in bite-sized pieces, the easier it will become to learn it. Try and make sure that you learn each part separately and then build it up. until eventually you can play the whole riff. Now if you've done it all together, the first part and the second part, then you should be ready to play along with me. I'm going to play it nice and slowly. If you get any mistakes, then go back to the irrelevant section in the video and watch it through and make sure that you work on each of those notes. Nice and slowly then. Use your ears to guide you as much as possible. Plug in, baby. Repeat the riff. Good job, guys. Plug in, baby. That's an advanced guitar riff. Not for the faint-hearted, definitely not for beginners if you're new to lead guitar, but you might like some of my other riffs if you found that difficult. There's 10 on offer. Why don't you choose one that you will enjoy?